Hi everyone! Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I want to do nails inspired by 5 different countries. So how I've selected the countries is by doing a spinning wheel of all of the countries in the world, or at least I think all of the countries. And here's the footage of that. So I am going to do the nails in the order of the countries that I got. So I'm gonna start with Tunisia, Cambodia, Maldives, Estonia, and Sao Tome and Principe. And I'm gonna add my reference or my sketch that I did on the top here. I want it to be inspired by all of the clothes and the vibe of the country that I found in pictures. I didn't want to just make it like vacation vibes. I wanted to make it like the actual culture and tradition of the country. So I'm gonna put a few facts about each country in each section. So there's nothing left to say, and let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the first nail, and I'm gonna have a design that you can see on the side here. So basically it's just gonna be stripes, and I'm gonna have a charm. And let's get into our colors. The first color I'm gonna be using is this red color from Luna. It's the number 604. So let's start. Okay, you guys, I made this charm with you on camera, and I want to paint it now because this charm is gonna be gold and it's gonna have gold caviar beads on it. And when I stick it on the nail, I'm gonna add like the dangly bits and the necklace chain, so it can actually look like the little, I don't know what's it called, it's leaving my mind right now. Okay, so I got this beautiful golden shiny color from Amanda Milano, and it's the shade 484. And I think it's gonna be a perfect base color for the gold. Oh my god, just look at this. So I'm just gonna paint a base color of this one, and I'm gonna try and keep it thin because I don't want to overwhelm it with polish, and I don't want to cover all of the details that I sculpted. One of the reasons that I sculpt using polymer clay instead of gel is because I don't have gel, and I like to use stuff that I already have. I don't really love going out getting something when I have an alternative I can use at home, because I feel like it's a little bit wasteful, and in that sense I can also challenge myself to achieve the same result or a similar result using different materials. And I also want to show you guys that you really don't have to get every single item that you see online. You can just use what you have and make do with it, and it's gonna turn out well. It's generally not even just about the product, it's about the skills and what you can do. So So I'm happy with this color. I think it looks cute in one coat. So I'm gonna leave this on the side and come right back to it so we can add the chrome. Okay, so here is how the charm looks with the black outline. I wanted to go in between each circle and around the central part. And now I'm gonna be using gold chrome and a little brush to add it. So hopefully this chrome isn't gonna be too messy when I'm opening it. And I always like to use what's on the cap because it's a little bit more organized and there's not a risk of spilling it everywhere. So let me just buff this in. So what I'm gonna be doing is adding the flowers on the side. So what I'm gonna be using is this little clothing pin, I guess. I'm just gonna cut off the tip and this little blunt piece at the end. And I'm gonna snip it using a nail clipper. I'm gonna be holding it in my hand so it doesn't fly off away. And I'll do the same thing to the other side. Holy shit, I was off camera that whole time. Okay, I think this is where the half is, so let's snip it. Now that I have these two pieces, I'm gonna be decorating them and painting them to look like the flowers. Okay, so these are how the flowers turned out. I love how they look, and I've added some color with eyeshadow powders, and I find that it's very nice for a soft color rather than using harsh nail polish. So this is how they look. Now I want to attach them to the sides of this nail, and I'm gonna do that with 3D glue or 3D gel glue. So it's almost out. Actually, no, it's almost like halfway out. So let me just add some on the back. Let me get my tweezers. So I'm gonna get my tweezers and I'm gonna add, let me find the flattest side. This looks flat. Okay, and I'm gonna add some to the back so I can stick it on the nail. So let me position it in place. I think here would be good. Oh, it's quite heavy actually. Okay, I think this is a good position. I'm gonna cure this quickly with my UV lamp, and I'm gonna come and do the other side and we'll see the result together. So this is how the nail came out. It looks absolutely beautiful. My one comment is I think I made this like middle trinket too big, so I can't add the fig that I wanted to add in the middle because I think it's gonna be a little bit too crowded, but I love how it came out. This is it from different views, and I'm thinking of leaving the background matte. So what I'm gonna be doing is top coating everything except the background, and in between the little gold charms that I added here, you can see that it's a little bit glossy, so I might go in with like a thin brush and mattify those areas. But this is how it looks with all of the designs, and I can finally call this nail done. Right now, I want to do the base for... But right now I want to do the base for the pinky finger, and it is Sao Tome and Principe. So I'm gonna show the design on screen, and I'm gonna be using these two colors. This blue from Luna, it's number 17, and this black from Kudan, it's number N29. And for each country, I'm gonna put some facts about the country, some random tidbits as I'm doing the nail, because unfortunately most of these nails are gonna be in a time-lapse form because they do require a lot of work, and most of the time I'm this close to the nail, so it's really hard for me to film and do all these details at the same time. But I hope the video is gonna be entertaining for you still.
O cheiro de banana no fogo a cozinhar, pintado de sol, o dia vai dourar e a dança da noite vai nos embalar. Chama lá, chama cá, todo mundo vem cantar, bate palma, bate pé, deixa o ritmo levar.
Okay guys, so this is how the base nail came out. I love how it looks. I tried to keep it as close as to the design as possible, but you know, something's changed, so also excuse the way I look. I just woke up 10 minutes ago, I think. So, oh, I broke the continuity of the videos. This is all being filmed on one day. But right now, I'm going to do the green and yellow swirl that I have on the bottom. I'm looking at my reference and it looks like there is more space at the bottom than I left. So hopefully that's not gonna give me any trouble. Let me start doing it. So I'm gonna be using these two colors from Cocoa Beauty. The green one is 161 and the yellow is 151. So I'm gonna go in with this brush to line the colors, and I try to keep like an even coat of the color on the brush, but with normal polish it is a little bit different than gel. It doesn't pull the same way because it doesn't have the same consistency, so it might not act the way that I think it should be, that I think it should be acting. So let's just do one swirl down here. Okay, let me actually remove this from the stand. And let's swirl.
Yes, excuse me, I've performed in New York City and have twirled and swirled, so.
Na ilha de São Tomé, na ilha, a alegria nunca é fé.
So to detail the yellow and the green stripes, I'm gonna go in with gold and blue. This is the same gold that I used on the charm, and it's number 484 from Amanda Milano. And this color is from YOLO Cosmetics, and it's the number 150. So I'm gonna go in with gold first with my longest brush, and I'm just gonna draw like stripes, just as I have in the reference. I'm gonna draw stripes in the middle of the golden areas or the yellowish areas to give it more detail. Okay everyone, so I'm gonna be using these holographic golden glitters to add some shine and detail to the golden area. I'm not quite sure if I want to add something to the green, because in my reference picture it doesn't seem like the green is shiny or they have like shiny thread. So I'm just gonna be using this golden holographic glitters to add some shine to the gold area. So let me get some top coat to adhere it, and I'm gonna be adding it to the area specifically. Now let me get my brush and pick out some glitter to put it in there. Okay, I like it. Okay, I think to me this looks perfect. And now I'm just gonna cure the top coat that I added because I did use gel top coat, and I'm gonna come right back. So this is how the nail turned out. I feel like the addition of the golden holographic glitters added so much to the nail. Now we're gonna move on to Cambodia. So let me start on the nail, and as the sketch is showing, I'm gonna have a sky and then the wrap on the side. I got inspired by a picture of a girl sitting on the beach. It was like beautiful scenery, and I wanna put that on the nail. I feel like, I don't know, it shows the people and the culture there. It's not just what the country is having, but it's also how the people are using the country. So I wanna start with some colors. So I'm gonna be using these colors for the base. I'm gonna be using this color from Amanda, and it's the shade 647. This one from Amanda as well, and it's the shade 290. And lastly, this one from Elle, and it's the shade, it's not a shade, it's a ridge filler, but I like it because it's sheer.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, guys, so I took a little break because there was a fire where I live. Thank God it was not in my house, but and thank God no one actually got hurt. It was just like someone left an iron on clothes and they forgot about it, so there was like a little fire, so I just had to make sure that we didn't have to evacuate. And now we can continue with the nails. Also, excuse the fact that I don't have a face cam right now. It is really hot, and I had to walk outside in the sun for a little bit, so I just want to cool off. But that will not stop me from doing amazing nails. So let's start with this color for the top of my nail, and I'm not gonna be painting it down to the bottom because I know that I will have another color down there, so I'll just paint it where it looks like it ends in the reference photo, so a little bit more than halfway down the nail. In my opinion, it's always better to paint a little bit more than feel like you're lacking some color, because sometimes it doesn't look so seamlessly blended. And this is how the color looks like. It's a beautiful color, I'm not gonna lie, and I think it has like some glitter specks. And now I'm just gonna let this dry while I prepare my other colors. Okay guys, here is how the Cambodian nail came out. I love the little flowers that I painted. It's just like 3 jasmine flowers, and I'm not quite sure if I got it on camera or not. I guess you're gonna see it before this section if I did get it on camera, but sometimes when something is so small and detailed, I have to keep it this close to my face. So right now I want to move on to the Maldives, and for this one we're having stripes again. So let me pick out the colors and I'm gonna show them to you guys, and I'll give you some information about the Maldives while I do this design. Okay guys, here's how the nail looks like right now. I'm gonna top coat this quickly and I'm gonna come and add a special charm on there. So let me top coat this, but I wanted to show you guys the line work without the top coat because sometimes I have bad luck with top coat. Sometimes when I add it, it smears the line work. So here's proof that I actually do have some good work done, but I hope that it's not gonna get smeared when I add the top coat. So let's do it and I'll come right back. Okay, so thank God the top coat did not smear anything, or from what I see, it looks very beautiful and glossy. Also, I'm kind of running out of it, so I hope I get more soon. Anyways, so right now I'm gonna add my charm and it is like the sketch. I got the closest shell that I could find. I don't have a conch, so I got this one, like the spiral spiky one. I do have conch shells, but they're like as big as the nail or even bigger than the nail. So I don't think it's gonna be so good, but I do believe if I add this one, I just wanna see which orientation. I think like this, it's gonna look so cute. Let me see if I wanna keep the hole. Yeah, I want to keep the hole on the top. So let me add some 3D gel on the back and I'm gonna be curing this in my lamp. Hopefully it is gonna actually cure because I'm kind of worried sometimes when I'm not using something that's translucent. I'm not quite sure if the gel is gonna pass through or not, but you know what, we are gonna try because you never know until you try. Now that I have it on the back like so, I'm just gonna flip it around and stick it on my nail. I think that looks perfect. I like how it looks. I like where it is right now. So let me pop this in my lamp for, I'm not gonna lie, maybe like 5 minutes just to make sure that it's actually cured and glued down. And I'm gonna come right back. Okay, you guys, we are successful. I moved it around and it is not budging and moving anywhere, so I'm quite happy with how it looked. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been silent for a little bit in this video because I'm hyper focusing on making sure that the nails and the line art looks good because I didn't want to disappoint any of the people that are from these countries. If any of my subscribers are from these countries, I didn't want to disappoint you guys and make something that is not representative or does not look as best that it can. I really wanted to put my all into these and I'm excited that we only have one nail left and it's gonna be Estonia, so let's get to it. So for Estonia, I'm gonna paint a sort of like a reverse French tip. Instead of painting the tip on the top here, I'm gonna paint the area where your finger normally is. I'm gonna paint it in white and then I'm gonna have the stripes. And as usual for our final nail, I'm gonna give you some information about the country and the culture and the people while we do the nail in a small little time lapse. So let's get to it.
Saanud, kus need hallid härjad saanud, hunt on härjad ära murdnud, hunt on härjad ära murdnud, kus see hunt on niiviisi saanud, kus see hunt on niiviisi saanud, hunt on jooksnud roogu, hunt on jooksnud roogu, kus need roodraad saanud, kus need roodraad saanud, vikati maha viilistanud, kus see vikatiisi saanud, kus see vikatiisi saanud, kõvasi vikati kuulutanud, kõvasi vikati kuulutanud.
Here's how the nails came out. I am super proud of myself. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys on each nail so you can see the details, but honestly, sometimes I do go beyond my own skill. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this is a very complicated sketch and I can't do that. But then I surprised myself and I think I really did with this set. And ooh, for this nail, I did like half matte and half glossy. I wanted to give like a different effect on the top and the bottom, and I think it looks really well. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Let me know if any of you are from these 5 countries that I did in this video. And I think I'm gonna make this a series in the future, so stay tuned for that because I am enjoying this and hopefully I will be able to do all of the countries in the world. But I hope you guys like this video and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.